Hey, welcome back to Murderhobos Anonymous. Playing some 5th edition D&D here at the Playmore Games Store in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thanks for joining us again for episode 7 of Season 2, I believe. We are playing some 5th edition D&D. We are playing the Tomb of Annihilation adventure. Before we get started, I just want to go through some audio credits here. Any background effects you might hear, like the town that they're currently in here, is from tabletopaudio.com. Any battle effects that I'm not currently using are from battlebards.com, and I need to update that. The music is courtesy of Pretzel, the Pretzel music player, which you can find at pretzel.rocks. So, what happened last week?
Battle dinosaurs.
Dinosaur race.
We gotta go back to the people and save them. They're probably gonna be dead though. So.
We found out about a Shield Guardian's location, so we have to go there.
And then we tried to win some money and somebody cheated, and now we are ready to go.
Somebody may have played his old character to be old and senile.
So, you're running from the law.
Yes, we're running from the law.
All right. Joining us today is Peepo, the turtle, Zeta, the human fighter, Sullivan, the halfling, not wizard, and Kathos, the cleric, and sometimes druid, but mostly druid. And we'll pick up just as you guys are heading out of Port 9 Zaru. If we're able to hear fine. Oh look, there's more music that's not appropriate for this genre. Skip.
That was somewhat appropriate.
It was okay. It wasn't as bad as last week's.
I mean, it wasn't the dance dubstep.
Trance dubstep thing. Yeah, I'm playing my my curated playlist this time, unlike last week.
Aw.
So
Stability is the end of chaos.
So you're heading out into the jungle here.
It's all fun and games.
It's all fun and games until somebody gets attacked by ghouls. Yeah. Okay. There's the jungle. So heading back down through the base of the Bay of Cholt, you make your way up into the riverhead of River Socienstar, making your way southward once again, heading in the same direction as Camp Righteous, though your map indicates you'll probably get off on the west side of the river right around Camp Righteous. So you'll travel for a few days. It is never uneventful as usual. Many a creature you see, dinosaurs flying overhead. You see some winged creatures of some sort. They look somewhat humanoid, flying up high above. They seem to spot you on the river and then flight off toward the...
Andrew just broke.
Yep.
Oh, where was
We
it?
gotta restart.
Does someone have a pen so we can hit the reset button back there?
I don't know where anything is on here. No. To the south, sure. We'll go south.
Went somewhere.
I thought they were to the north. My map might be missing things. That would be unfortunate. Check the GM map here.
Oh no. 3 hours. 3 hours. I'll save the 3 hours.
Let's see. They head off in a southeastern direction.
Whack.
I wonder what's southeastern of where we are.
Somebody roll 2d6. As always, higher is better for some reason.
4
Total.
plus 4.
All right. Ding. Did someone just ding, or was that the music?
That was the ding.
I
That was
think
music.
someone dung.
That was my ding.
Ding did.
I vibrated he did.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
No problem.
Silence through technology.
So we're back on our familiar river map here.
God damn, stop being in boats with me.
Oh, what do you? Who wants to be in what boat?
I totally want to be alone and solo by myself. I'm old and
Too bad.
You do have enough boats for that. Let me see if I have
We have a lot of boats.
a
I'm
boat.
just saying, you really don't want to be nearby. It's not for, it's for your character's advantage.
In 2 levels, I can be on the same boat as you.
Yeah,
Are you in the same shadowy?
No, I'm gonna be a warlock. There's warlock invocations and see and none.
Okay. You're just gonna be the shadowy crew.
But him being in magic darkness is very convenient. And then I can hide in it too.
So you guys just gonna go hide in the
Alright,
shadows while I fight all
let's
the
see.
stuff.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
not that one. Not that one. No, can't do a. There we go. That's a boat.
Is that a boat?
That's a boat.
Totally not a cone. No.
Yeah.
You're sailing on a buoy.
It's a small boat.
It's a
Wait, how did I get? That's weird. I was able to get 3
It's
last time.
15 to 10.
It's weird. Okay, it's a weird boat. Oh, maybe I have to go on. Whatever. So Sullivan insists on being on his own boat.
And you move Zeta.
Because he's a creep.
I don't want to be on the buoy. Put me on the buoy.
No, because you don't want me within like 15 feet or 20 feet of anybody.
Alright.
For magical reasons.
I could be with Zeta, since you're still fairly squishy, right?
I'm level 3, so I'm fine.
We're all level 5.
Okay.
Bonding with the
Okay.
druid and the vegetarian.
They're trying to teach you what you fell horribly.
Yeah.
The Vegapygmy? Yes, it's a form of sign language.
Oh, can I learn vegetarian?
He tries to teach you, but he doesn't speak, so it takes a really long time.
The other one does.
Yeah, translate.
He doesn't seem as interested.
He just doesn't care.
Gosh, it's a terrible friend.
Oh, here, I'll
I'm
move
gonna
you.
Technically,
message
he's hired
him
help for not paying, not a
screenshots of the
friend.
newest episode.
But he's a terrible friend to buy because
So, as you're traveling through, we'll just go ahead and put that there. Pretty much just leave it up all the time. You rolled a 4, right?
yes, two
So
fours.
2 4s 8 total.
This is in relation to number 66.
You hear a buzzing sound coming from the up on the map.
From the up direction.
North of us.
North of the map, but you're technically traveling south, so that's technically west.
Okay,
Yeah, he already said
It's a
that.
north that way map.
we're heading south.
He was just
On the technically on the main map you're heading south, but on the combat map you're heading to the right.
Tell him he can expect screenshots of the new episodes.
So we hear buzzing.
You can hear buzzing, loud buzzing of a very large tiny beast.
If we squint, can we see it?
A very large, tiny beast?
Yes. And suddenly 4 of these creatures come pouring out of the underbrush as you pass, and they look like this.
I was about to say, oh god, it's a loading screen.
I love
We're
the
just about to
cute,
lose.
but they're not.
They're really not cute.
Oh, and their token is horrible.
Yeah, it is. Whoa. Why is it
It's so
like
blurred.
They're probably just.
It looks like the sensors kicked in, just like no one
it
should
wants
be
to
allowed to
actually
see
be
this.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think I can fix it this way.
Looking at his face, it probably goes like.
That didn't help.
You can just leave the resurgence.
Here, actually, I think I can. Oh yeah, the tokens they use are tiny. No, that didn't help. Oh, there's actually a token on the. Yeah.
Why there's
There's
more?
more
Are they
of them.
multiplying?
No, I'm just trying to replace their tokens.
They reproduce asexually.
There we go.
I guess butt off in another one. But
Yeah. My homemade tokens are way better than theirs. They're just hexagonal instead of circular.
And not blurry.
yeah, they're not.
And not blurry, that's why they're so much better. So I guess this is where you roll the initiative thing,
I guess.
I think I have plus one.
and I switch over to the
nice.
combat playlist.
I'm not going to be last.
Neither am I.
I am. Is your phone almost?
I'm at 62. You need to buy a battery pack.
22. That's where you had
Pipo,
18.
18. Zeta,
15.
15. Kathos, 2.
Oh.
I almost typed 22 and then I didn't.
Kathos is just like. What?
Hey, look, it's not an NPC's turn first. They might actually be able to do something for once. This Sturge is going to fly over to Peepo. And he is going to try to attach himself to Peepo. Can't possibly go badly.
Of course not.
He rolled a 3.
You know that actually misses. It
It went
does.
very poorly. All right, the combat's over. Sullivan, it's your turn.
He tries to attack
I
himself.
tried to get them to spread out more, but, unfortunately they don't swim or they would have popped up out of the water.
good.
Do you want me to get rid of the circle for now?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how to actually make it. I thought it was Alt.
Alt and then left, right. Mouse buttons. Alt actually might be a cone.
Oh, yeah. So, Alt Shift is the same?
I think control is the circle.
Buttons.
It is control.
Just go down.
Make sure you go straight down and not at an angle when you're doing that, or the sizes are all weird. So, drag down from the center of the circle. You're off on the side there. You can just rotate the mouse around. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You can change the size once you make it. So
How big is the circle?
20.
Fantastic. Fireball.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna.
We bring up Zeta 2.
all right. Go ahead and target all these dudes. This should be over pretty quick.
Exactly average.
It's the average.
28.
What was that? A shatter?
No.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Oh, my old signature attack.
One of them succeeded. Sturge 2 succeeded.
Good job, Sturge 2.
And what was the damage?
28.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they can all survive that. Oh no, they're all dead.
Instant death.
And your fireball for some reason sounded like this. And then you heard a... For some reason. Yes, and then you heard... Ah, no!
I heard it twice, in fact.
I know it was instant victory.
Yep. Let's see. Hold on to...
That's what page it was on when the app wasn't updated.
All right. You continue going for a day or two, you know, standard thing.
Treating the sick and wounded.
No, we brought them back. We don't have them.
Yeah, you deposited them to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah, we did
members
drop
in
them
the
off.
port.
Yeah,
As
why would we bring
expected,
them
they
off?
they thanked you and didn't pay you and told you to bring the boats back.
Oh, so now we're returning the boats.
I thought we got paid for.
Eventually, I'm sure.
I thought we got paid for the ghoul, bringing the ghoul.
You got paid for the ghoul hits, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we disseminated that.
I mean, if we're on this damn river and camp, what's it called? It's only rate. Well, that's Vengeance, but camp, the other camp is like...
Yeah, Vengeance is the one.
Yeah, we might as well just take the river to Vengeance, drop the damn boats off, and then go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that's what we were doing.
No, I think you
That's
had
the
his plan.
responsible thing to do. Responsible people drop off the boats.
No, I think Andrew had his plan to get off a lot sooner and then just go straight there.
Okay.
Zita is responsible. She knows that. Look at how they're carved. These are well-made boats. High quality.
I don't know, can they burn?
People think we could steal them.
You guys fireball your
I
boat
don't
and
want
see how
people to
well made
steal
it
them.
is.
Yeah.
No, people think we should steal them. They're clearly ours now. Why would we give them back?
You know, you're a horrible hippie.
We carved
Okay, I'm neutral. There are votes now.
Get out neutral. I can
found
do
the
anything,
emeralds
whatever I
and
want.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I agree. We can keep the boat.
It's up to you, man.
They're mahogany.
They didn't pay us. This is our payment.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh god.
Nope.
Ah.
I didn't find whatever it was.
15.
19.
Unnatural 20.
Ah! Oh, my dice star.
8.
My dice star. There it is.
Kathos is busy trying to learn sign language from Cupola.
It's not going well, but you're trying.
Oh, yeah. So what was it? What did everyone roll?
15.
19.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
8.
All right. They rolled a 21.
We're surprised.
Which is frankly really good for. So, just like out of a scene from the first Pirates movie,
Zombies is
you're
Or at the ending of Friday the 13th when Jason
you're
jumps out the
you're
water.
going along the boats there, and suddenly skeletal arms reach up out of the water and start to clamber onto your boats. And
What have you done?
you can roll for initiative.
We don't get to keep the previous initiative.
Sullivan?
And then a 19.
This is much better than 2.
Pipo.
8.
Zeta.
4.
Yay, we're last.
Kathos.
17.
Better than 2.
Way better than 3.
Ah,
That's really all you can
hold
ask
on.
for.
And an NPC.
You could fireball us.
I mean, do you not see my plan right now?
Is this just
Skelly number
fireballing all
3
of your
managed
team?
to beat your 19 by 1. He clambers up into the boat with you. Now you wish you were in a full boat, don't you?
No.
He's going to attack you with his short sword. Does a 21 hit?
No, shield.
Okay. Oh, I can put shield on you, actually. Sullivan.
He's crazy. I am crazy. Naturally crazy. Double the daily rate.
So I'm going to touch myself as a bonus action.
Giggity.
Yep. And I am casting Dragon's Breath on myself.
Giggity.
Yeah. So let's see.
You cast Heartburn. Greater Heartburn.
Let's do lightning. They're technically wet, even though just for myself. So it's a. With the cone, do I also want to just drag straight down?
It is, I believe, Alt to do a cone.
Well, no, but do I want to drag straight down?
No, you can do it at any angle.
Oh.
Although I think technically the cones are a little narrower than they should be.
Where is he? Where'd you find him? Is it cut?
Looks like I'm hitting both of them.
Go ahead and let go so I can see, because I can't see until you start. Well, first off, you're not.
It's just I can't make it on my token or it drags my token.
Well, no, you can center it on your token and then you can just move the cone. So, you're trying to do a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, I'm trying to
you won't be able to get both.
Only one.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Oh well. So he makes a dex save.
Which one? The one in the boat or one out of the boat?
The one that just hit me because he's the only one I can see.
Okay.
They're not gonna find it.
You rolled a 7. That is a big fat failure.
He takes 13 points of lightning.
He is very dead. Kathos. You've got one to the north of you and one to the south east of you, crawling up at the boats.
If I cast a concentration spell and then turn into an animal,
You can maintain your concentration.
okay. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit. It's a
Ooh.
5-foot cube
Yes. Should
over
be interesting.
on Pipo and Zeta.
Let's see. Sort of. Let's do this very, very original token here.
What are you giving me?
An H. Where do you want it?
It's not in that book.
Over on towards Pipo and Zeta.
Okay. It only covers one space.
Yeah.
So which one?
Zeta for now.
Okay. I'll put it.
I can move it on my turn.
Yes.
As a bonus action.
It heals people on their turn. Just leave it right there next to Zeta. I'm interested in seeing how this works in combat because it was really broken in the playtest.
It was.
It was worse in the playtest. If that's hard to, if that is, believable.
And then I am going to jump into the water and turn into a crocodile.
Okay. I need a...
You do a swan dive?
No, it's very ungraceful.
So that will provoke from the 2 skeletons.
Can I jump into the water up towards skeleton number 7?
That'd be a 1.
So that would only provoke from 1.
Yep.
Alright, I need a crocodile.
It's a belly flop into a crocodile form.
I mean, that's what I did with my druid all the time. I got fastball special and then turned into something.
You belly flop.
Remember we had the giant with us, so he would throw me, and then I took the warp, and then I would transform.
That's a lot more graceful than a belly flop. I don't know.
I remember when you got thrown by a giant. And
That was
became
great.
A deer, an elk.
Yeah.
Giant oak.
I'm gonna lose concentration. So it's not good.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a good combo of all your stats.
A good what?
Constitution.
Yeah. It's great.
Oh, actually, you're a large creature, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know why I just zoomed you down. Alright. You'll be up there.
There's now a crocodile.
And let me just give you a nice token, because that's a terrible token. Are you a giant crocodile or just a crocodile?
This is a normal crocodile.
Is your name Vector?
There you go. That's a better
Are you
one.
friends with
Although,
Sonic?
just so you're aware, this is the giant crocodile.
Aww, I love
Looks
it.
cuddly.
Very cuddly.
He's very cute.
Alright, anything else?
Well, skeleton number 4 has to attack me.
That's right. I guess you're attacking Kathos and not the crocodile.
Yeah.
Because you hadn't... I assume you weren't going to capsize the boat when you turn into the crocodile.
Yeah.
Alright, number 4... He has to hit first.
Well,
It has to be over 10 to keep the concentration.
He crit. So you can take a whole lot of 5. You gotta beat a 10, DC 10 con save.
I rolled a 12.
That
Got
is fine.
these skeletons for a moment.
Well, it's 14, but...
That is still fine.
So Kathos is down 5 hit points. And then Kathos is going to attack... Well, the alligator's crocodile is going to attack the skeleton number 7. Because... Maybe? No.
You used your action to cast the healing spirit, right?
Yeah.
Are crocodiles the ones
No,
that
healing
only
spirit
take
was a
salt
bonus
water?
action, so my action was turning
There's
into a
freshwater
critical.
crocodiles as well.
Yes, although I think wild shape
salt
is a bonus action.
Water crocodile, and he jumped into fresh water in a lake.
I know you have
river.
two bonus.
I mean,
You
they
can't.
can kinda go
You
in
can't
both.
use your
But they would
action
die.
to use a bonus action.
They're not fish.
Yeah,
Freshwater crocodiles
Yeah.
can't handle the salinity in saltwater.
but it's fine this round.
No, wait. My wild shape is an action, I guess, because I'm not the special
They'd
kind of
probably be
druid.
more.
Oh, you're not
fungus.
a moon druid.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I
You're,
don't think it'd be.
what are you?
I kind of want to look this up.
Dream.
They
That's
aren't
right.
fish.
All right. Skeleton number 6 is going to crawl up and slash at people with a short sword, a rusty short sword.
Oh, I'm so scared.
You get super tetanus.
A 10?
Oh no,
Oh yeah, super tetanus.
super tetanus.
Should just add that in there. I'm sure Adventurous Lake won't mind.
I know that this is.
Number 7, next to the crocodile, is going to attack the crocodile.
Really?
Does a 6? Can you stop?
Apparently, he has a sneezing sword.
I should have turned your mic off a long time ago.
Ah, I forgot I could hit the button, but it came upon me so suddenly.
Yeah, it's fine. Skeleton's going to attack Zeta.
Just ignore it.
How's a natural 20?
Ouch.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Oh wait, they're skeletons.
Yep, they're just skeletons. He just does 9 points of damage to you. Are you dead?
Nope.
Would you have been dead at first level?
I would have had 1 hit point left at first level.
It's not too bad.
Oh yeah, fighter. Skeleton number 2 is going to attack Sullivan. Sullivan actually taking damage. Nope, he missed.
I still had shield up anyway.
Yeah, well, it was a 7. Peepo.
So I get 2 attacks now.
Hooray!
Hooray! A stab.
Would you like to rage, or are you just going to bonk him on the head?
I want to rage and stab. I guess the one by Zeta first.
You can take the ones like by you because I have a great sword. I can take care of myself.
Fine.
Which
Are
one?
you
The
recklessly?
Whichever.
which one?
None of them are hurt, right?
No.
Oh, they're
What
labeled.
are they? 6, I guess, first?
Okay. Yes, they are labeled.
What?
How nice is that?
You're
That
reckless.
is very nice.
Does a 14 hit?
Calm down, Pretzel. Why are you on top? Does a what? Sorry.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Yay! Okay. 2 extra. 14 damage. See.
Yeah, so Aramag is basically looking at
How much? So much?
14 damage.
14.
15
Sorry.
damage.
Oh, he did.
Your rage damage is now 3.
Oh, then 15 damage.
Yeah, he be dead.
It's dead.
Alright, I lost track of how I was rolling damage.
Okay.
But she should make note of that.
Now your second attack.
Yeah, second attack, all attack, I guess that's number 1. You're number 1. That hits.
Does it now?
17 plus 7,
Yeah.
I think. 7, 8.
Plus 5.
15 again.
He is at -10.
Yay!
Actually, he's at -5. There we go. Oh, right. Let me just do one thing because I almost forgot.
I put 150 gold and my amulet of sword.
There we go.
Very special to me.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Skeleton number 4 is going to attack Cupulae.
No.
Are they in combat?
Did you want them in the combat? No?
Really wasn't.
Okay. Suddenly they're not there.
Hops on the boat and takes over and starts rowing down the river.
Hops on the boat and attacks the crocodile. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
They have weighted dice.
4?
Weighted digital dice.
Yes.
Zeta.
That's a crit.
I'll allow it.
So, 16 damage.
Does my little healing spirit thing get the benefit from my life cleric 2+ spell level?
English.
I understand what he's saying, but you also get to heal a d6 right now.
Yeah, you get to heal. You got hurt, right?
Yeah, I did.
You
How
get
much?
healed.
Sorry? 16?
Yeah, that was 16.
Okay. There we go. Just getting used to rolling damage properly.
You get 8 hit points back.
That didn't do anything. Oh, I just healed him for 16 hit points. Hold on.
That's fine.
He was at 0. Now he's at 0. I'll get used to this eventually.
Maybe.
Sully.
Dex saving throw.
Okay.
I just cast Dragon Breath still up.
That's a crocodile who just rolled a 3. Oops. But it's fine. It's the same die, so he failed.
13.
He be dead. Let's see. Which one's that? 2. Crocodile.
15?
That hits.
3 damage.
He not dead.
He's gotta make a DC 12 or be restrained. Oh, I guess that's against number 7.
Yes. I assume so.
You guys ready to throw some javelins?
12.
Yes.
That saves?
That's what it has to make. So
Oh, it saved.
it's not a very strong crocodile.
Impressive. Skeleton number 7 is going to return that favor. How's the 13?
Hits.
Take a whole bunch of 7 damage there.
That was better than the crit.
Yeah, it was better. Peepo.
I'm going to throw a javelin at, I guess, whoever you can see. 7, sure.
There's 1 in the boat and 1 in the water with the crocodile.
Hit number 4.
Number 4.
Okay.
I don't know, just came down. 11?
Nope.
Aw. Can I try again?
Yeah.
Yay!
I mean,
attack.
in the sense that you have a second attack.
That's been a hit.
Okay.
So 13 damage.
You stab him, basically headshot him with the javelin, carries the skull backwards down the river and embeds into a tree, and the skeleton topples over into the water with a splash. Zeta.
Can kill the skeleton.
Help action to people.
You don't have
do
anything
what?
to throw?
He would have to drop his sword and then pull out.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing that.
What would you like to help her with?
Throw a javelin at it.
So you can help with an attack within 5 feet of your target.
Exactly. If that skeleton comes within 5 feet, you've got it.
Okay, so you are helping distract the skeleton that attacks within 5 feet of you.
Thanks.
Okay, cool.
It's fine.
So
I'm sure that it will
helpful.
probably survive the round.
Yeah.
Sullivan,
Misty Step,
You get 6 more hit
Dragon
points.
Breath. So deck save.
that will hit the
I get-
crocodile as well.
You get to be full
It's an
health.
Echinite.
Yay.
It's straight up, and the
That's fine. I hit the crocodile though.
who cares? Doesn't matter. Crocodile's fine.
13.
What is it?
It's a deck save. 13 points of lightning. It's a lot of ways to roll 13.
You not only killed the crocodile,
You rolled a 15.
Fails.
Lightning.
Yep.
How much?
13.
not only killed the crocodile, but you damaged Kathos.
It
So now
didn't.
he's just drowning in the water.
Yeah, and it didn't kill the skeleton.
Good job.
Kathos hates you.
I mean,
How's
are you
Kathos looking?
drowning? Can you really not swim?
Whatever 8 minus 13 is.
I mean, how are you looking wound-wise? Okay. Kathos,
Kathos.
you have at least 2 targets in front of you.
Do I have an AoE?
Delayed blast fireball and duck under the water.
Man, I can counter it and save me and the skeleton.
Your new best buddy, the skeleton? You clearly don't want
The
to kill him.
skeleton will cast counter spell in order for Kathos' spell to go through.
No, I have but it hits him too.
He wants to be
Weird.
dead.
Apparently,
It's almost as if he can
apparently they really bonded in the water there.
We did. He's like, oh, you bit me gently.
You failed your intimidation check and he failed his insight,
Yes.
and now you're really good friends.
No.
Totally dead.
Okay.
should it.
Yeah, I guess they aren't actually resistant to necrotic. So, was that a wisdom?
Yes.
I'm sure he's fine. He has a -1.
He'll probably save.
16.
Yeah. I told you he would save.
He's like, I'm already dead. What are you doing?
It's
Built
not as
holes for you.
spooky.
You're weird. Here, let me help you.
Ah, can you attack Sullivan for me?
It's fine. I don't care.
Does an unnatural hit you, Kathos?
Yes.
He was gonna help you be not be alive either. Have a whole bunch of 3.
One of us. One of us.
Peepo.
One of us. It's within 5 feet, right?
Oh yeah, you're so helpful. All this help that you're giving me. Great. It's great. Javelin. I hit 22 and it's 11 damage.
Now he's dead.
Yay!
So you did manage to live around, huh?
Yeah, couldn't have done it without you.
I
just didn't want to drop my pressure
Summon
sword.
the healing spirit.
By the way, you know you don't get your rage damage on ranged attacks, right?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Fine, probably would have died.
Yeah, probably.
Overwhelming damage is overwhelming
Rage
damage.
is only on melee attacks.
Ah,
It's weird because you could angrily throw things.
I can't. You think I'll just be more likely to miss? 'Cause
I take back my healing spirit. It's mine now. How long does it last?
It was as if I've never been hit.
Oh yeah, I should probably roll con save before I...
You can ask your question now.
You moving the healing spirit over to yourself?
Yeah. Can that benefits from my life cleric thing?
Yes.
Disciple.
You see the waves coming at you.
Did anyone else get hit? You got hit?
Just these two.
Lost my concentration.
I got full health though. Thanks to the spirit.
I rolled a
Healing
6.
spirit is gone.
hey, does how much?
Well, it's
damage
good, 'cause
range
healing
does-
spirit's
does it coincide with how many
Only
times they can do it?
relatively good in combat, and it's kind of still broken out of combat.
I know it's by level, but it might be that. No. Because at 4th level, you can rage 3 times, but it's still 2.
So, continuing down the river, you make it to the point near Camp Righteous that you know you need to turn off and start heading west inland.
It's still 2.
Oh, okay.
So
You
it's
doing
off
anything on the
the-
river at this point? If you know that if you head east, you can go into Camp Righteous.
Are we taking the boats back or not? Or
Yeah.
is this our reward?
That's Camp Vengeance, which is
Oh,
farther
right.
farther south.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, but we still have to take the boats back. So are we or not? Do we want to go to Camp Bench and take the
we
boat
take the
back
river
and come
down
back?
south?
Or, yeah.
The river head south?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so let's take the river south.
so we're taking the boats back. It's one
Yeah,
boat.
see where the if you go back to the player map here,
Yeah, I know.
you're there.
Yeah.
You would need to go
Here.
We're all.
this way
So-
toward the purple pin.
Are we pretty sure if we go to Camp Vengeance that they're dead? 'Cause I'm okay going if they're dead. I just don't like them. I guess we could go and not listen to them.
Oh, do we have enemies there?
No.
No, we have annoying allies.
They're just rude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're sweet.
No.
I
Okay.
haven't met them.
I'm sure you're not unbiased at all.
No.
All voting and returning the boats.
Nah.
Okay, all in favor of just going to the Shield Guardian.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just go to
it's
the
more
filter.
important.
Okay, I'm gonna stay because I don't give a crap, so we're headed to the Shield Guardian.
Okay, what are you doing in the boats?
Tie. Oh crap. Yeah, we might as well actually.
Leaving our...
Well, just pull them on the
I'm gonna
shore.
watch it.
So we can get lost in the jungle.
Fine.
Sounds awful.
Fine, you can bring the boats. If it's
That
more
would be very difficult.
Huh? No, I don't mean with us, like
Take
in
the
the
boats
jungle.
back down to Vengeance.
I mean, you could hide them where you are, come back to them later.
Kind of like
No, I
bury
feel like
them
the
and...
goblins would still find them and carve holes into them.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Take something.
Okay, we can bring it back if it's more convenient for us.
Return them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't care about that dead lady. Shouldn't have been so weak
I just
to die in
know
the first
someone
place.
worked hard on the craftsmanship of these boats. They deserve
I
to
got it, but I set them on
get them
fire.
back.
Yeah, we're gonna take them back and then we're gonna kill everyone in Camp Vengeance and
Evil.
You continue down southern in the southern direction.
adding like
As you're moving along, Cathos and Sullivan, you see some ripples in the river moving between the boats, but before you're able to shout an alarm, I'm going to switch this.
have we had a long rest since the last one?
Yes.
Yay.
A long rest, that would imply like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Days of
Schultz
travel.
is pretty big.
What?
Sorry, Peepo. Hold on, let me put your
People
token.
just transform?
People just turned into a worm?
No, nothing to see here.
I think it was a snake.
I may have dropped that token on the wrong person in combat.
People
It's
turned
fine. Everything's fine.
I think clearly people
Don't worry
turned
about
into a
it.
snake. I don't know what you done.
Everything's fine.
Why is my character always captured?
You got eaten. I mean, you're the squishy one.
I'm the squishy one.
You're the squishy one.
Of the
us
two people
two.
on that vote,
Yeah.
the squishy one.
Yeah, I'm a turtle. Got a hard shell.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, that's right on the nose.
Okay.
You know 16 wouldn't have hit me?
Okay.
Aw, the snake booped you on the nose.
Oh.
Take 7 bludgeoning damage as we roll for initiative. You are currently restrained by the snake.
9.
What? I don't even have to change my initiative from last time.
I need to change mine back to my first initiative.
Sullivan?
Mine's continuously
22.
going down.
Kathos?
17.
Pipo?
6.
Zito?
9.
9.
9.
So much 9, it's almost 10.
I hate that.
Sullivan.
It's her first.
So a giant constrictor snake just, actually it's just a constrictor snake, it's not a giant.
What is that?
Slips out of the water and grabs onto Zeta. Looks like it's about to drag him in to the water. Her into the water.
It's a her.
I'm sure there's nothing you can possibly do to help.
I'm just gonna fire a chaos bolt at it.
Okay.
Oh, and then when it jumps to Zeta.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Probably first one is actually 9, but probably better versus
19 points of force damage.
He's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. He's dead. Pipo and Zeta are blasted, sprayed and covered head to toe in pulverized, tenderized, and shredded constrictor snake guts.
Well, I know Pipo's happy. I don't know
Like
about
you
Zeta.
can't even make jerky out of it. It's just goo.
Hey, we can make stew.
I mean, it's kind of goo everywhere and in the water.
It's just like slime and it smells horrible.
Good job, guys.
You obliterated it.
Good job.
You annihilated.
13 hit points.
Oh, it only got 13 HP. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm like, is that something I can try?
To be fair, I did upcast.
Did you? Wow.
It's a little excessive for a snake.
I'm saving a friend, said my friend. Ally.
I mean, I could have
just
killed
met.
it.
Yeah, but you're like... You
part
look a
of the
little
party?
slow. Sorry. It looked like it was
Are you
going to
telling me
attack.
I'm being a turtle?
I mean-
Huh? Is that a turtle joke?
Yeah.
Slow?
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a misconception.
And then you just like dive into the water and just swim right over, just like, I'm right here.
Yeah, see, the thing about that is as soon as he jumps, I can Misty Step to his boat, and then by the time he gets to my boat, he realizes comes back, then I can Misty Step again.
Then I can push you all.
And then I'm over here. I can just keep hopping.
I could wait until you least suspect it. Stab you.
When he's sleeping.
Don't cross me.
It's not like I'm the, spellcaster on your back all the time, helping you.
I could have killed it.
So, continuing to travel southward down the river. By the way, this is not an important detail, but on the river's ocean star, there are waterfalls every 10 miles.
Not an important detail?
How the hell do we travel? Up
You have to ford them every 10 miles. 10 to 15 miles, you have to get out of the water, haul the boats up a pass, put them on the river again, and keep going.
What's this river's name?
Soshinsar.
So it's the Soshinsar. It's the trail. It's the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Soshinsar.
Yeah.
Flows north from the Aldani Basin to the Bay of Cholt, tumbling down waterfalls every 10 to 15 miles. So you're actually going upriver right now, because downriver is into the Bay of Cholt. And you see as you're fording at one of these waterfalls, you see another group of people heading down the pass ahead of you, toward you.
Towards us?
Yep. So looks like they were just starting to ford down, work their way down the pass.
Can we see anything that they're wearing?
Most of them are carrying canoes, so it's hard to tell what they're wearing exactly.
Okay, sure. I step up forward and go, hello!
They're wearing canoes.
They're wearing canoes.
They have canoes equipped in their head slot.
Hello, travelers.
Hello.
And they put the canoe down and look at you, and they're wearing greenish outfits, and there is what looks to be a priest with a pin of a unicorn's head on it.
You like unicorns.
Yeah, I leave it to Kathos.
Right?
You're the unicorn person.
Do you know...
Were you raised by unicorns or something like that?
You're the dream.
You were, in fact, raised by
I was
unicorns?
raised by a unicorn.
And not wolves?
Not wolves.
Okay. Do you happen to know...
Gonna be my patron
Do
whenever
you
I
happen
become-
to know what a unicorn head deity is?
No.
There's a deity that's a unicorn head, not a unicorn.
Yeah,
they have
their symbol
symbols.
is a unicorn head. Would you like to roll a religion?
I can
Versus
try.
the star versus the force of evil.
Who's
-1.
intelligent?
I'm actually proficient in religion.
I'm so smart.
Peepo, you can also roll a religion if you'd like.
I'm proficient
Because
in
I'm so
religion.
smart. Yeah.
I'm proficient in it.
Okay.
So can I roll? Sure. Okay, 19.
3.
3.
That's because it was 4 on the die minus 1.
So what was it?
19.
19.
I know a little bit more. I'm like, oh,
So,
that's a unicorn.
Kathos, you're trying to remember,
And I'm like, that's a horse with a
and
pointy
Sullivan
head.
kind of
Whack.
whacks you over the head and says, Leaky. And then you say, Gesundheit. And Peepo, it's weird. Something. Hey, how's your perception, actually?
Perception's good.
Roll a perception.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll do much better.
Unnatural 20.
Well, you don't recognize the symbol of the goddess.
Not at all. It's like a pointy horse
But
thing.
you're pretty sure that they're wearing the same faction robes as you are.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm
Okay.
flavors. That's why it's green.
Yeah.
Like your
Just
skin.
run up to them. I love trees too.
Trees are cool. Trees are great.
Yes, trees are great.
Just run like, oh!
I mean, we have 2 emerald colors. This isn't our guide from the emerald as well.
Yes. Yeah. So you you decide to have if you're amenable, they'll have a set up camp and there at the base of the waterfall. And
We can tell them about what if they're going that way, tell them what we already fought and what to expect. Oh, that snapping turtle, there's one on the left side. Avoid that at all costs.
He's probably moved. It's been a few days.
I mean, that's probably hunting.
The snapping turtle was fine. He didn't even bother us. He was just hanging out.
Just stay on the other
He
side.
told us to get off his lawn, though, to be fair.
There's constrictor snakes. Don't worry, one hit you'll take it out, but watch out for the splatter.
yeah, they mentioned that there's a statue upriver here. A little ways in from the river. You may have missed it the last time you went up the river. They said that it's very interesting if you're looking for lore. Perhaps you'd be able to find something interesting from there.
About
I
unicorns.
care not much for lore.
No, it's a statue of Ubtao.
Ah, that seems like it could be important. We should probably check it out.
We're heading there in the morning because we're already set up for camp and blah, blah, blah.
So you have a very uneventful night. A large group in the jungle only tends to attract, zombie T-Rexes and things like that. So
That's fine. I've been inside one when I was
luckily you
scared.
don't.
No, it's literally it's nobody's ever gonna play that module with this thing.
We could. It's a fun module.
It's a fun module.
So in the morning, you head out,
Gotta go out the back way.
saying bidding farewell to the Emerald Enclave scouts, and refreshed. Good night's sleep in a long time. Fairly good night's sleep in a long time.
Oh god, is this heading into one of those areas that we marked on the map to where a lot of zombies roam?
That would be on the east side of the river. You will be heading into the west side of the river.
Is this where all the goblins are?
I don't know.
Where
are the
trees
goblins?
are.
I don't know.
Trees are growing.
Camp ended.
This is where the wild things grow, okay?
Yeah, that's where the wild things are.
How things grow?
So you
Grow.
see the ruined stump
this room.
that the Enclave had said. Oh, you stop at the stump. There's a little cove there that you can hide your boats in, and then you head to the west a little ways, and there's a statue there.
There were some plants that might have wiped our party. Don't worry about those. Oh, we ran into those.
Yeah. It's,
Do we have to? I
And
like
you,
trees, those plants don't count. Those bad plants.
everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, that pisses me off. I'm a halfling. That's better. That's a 17.
19.
7.
7.
So as usual, Sullivan.
I'm 19.
Oh, you're
Athos is
19?
still trying
Okay,
to
that-
learn.
I got the best.
Peepo, you recognize this. You are from Cholt. You recognize this. It to most everyone else, it just looks like a mound of vines, but you poke around and realize that it's
You got the full.
a stylized Chilton King representation of Ubtao.
He doesn't even like dark. Once a hunter.
He does
And
this because it's
hunting
3D.
around the statue, you do see something glinting at the foot of the statue.
Ooh, can I grab it?
This is how we die.
Just grab whatever's glinting.
People isn't very smart. It's shiny.
Do
We're like,
turtles
oh, God,
collect
no.
shiny stuff?
Roll a D100.
Son of a bitch. You take that much damage. No.
Maybe it's a disintegration rate.
41. I would actually survive if
You
was dead.
find worthless pieces of bone jewelry.
Oh,
Oh no, but we take them because they're pretty.
Yeah, shiny.
If only you
Maybe.
rolled above a 50.
I mean, do I see anything shiny since I rolled the high perception or not?
No, no. I only get to roll once on the table.
Plus you're fired.
You told me it was going to be how much damage I take. Maybe I willed it till the 11. I wouldn't survive if it was over 50.
The next day, you make it into Camp Vengeance.
Were they all dead?
We find.
They are still alive.
We find backbreaker, bonebreaker. It's one of those things.
Niles,
Bonebreaker.
Bonebreaker, I think.
Niles backbreaker.
Breakbone.
Breakbone.
Breakbone. Breakbone.
Yeah, you're both outside. We did your fucking deed. Give us some goddamn gold.
We should call him Bonebreaker.
We deserve a reward, sir.
Oh, he says sir.
It's dangerous.
To go alone. You didn't tell us to take this.
Take this
Yeah.
stick.
Take the stick and I hit him with it.
Oh, are you attacking the garrison?
Playfully.
Playfully.
I don't. I think they're actually vulnerable to playful damage. You kill them all in one hit.
No,
Oh, that's fine then.
You take negative XP. I mean, it's fine.
Wait, you're a cleric, right?
I mean, I do have tokens for all of them.
No, we're good.
All 70 of them? No, I'm fine.
It's not that many.
20.
Depends on how close together they
It's more
start.
than that.
30.
30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 8, plus 15. So yeah, pretty close to 50.
30 plus 8 plus 15 is more than 15.
37 plus 8 plus 8 plus 15.
That's more than 50.
Plus
Oh,
9,
yeah, it's
plus
around
7,
50.
plus 16.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Plus 4.
I'm gonna... Feel
So
sad.
how do you deliver the boats?
Playfully.
Hand them to him.
Put them back to where we found them.
But
Okay.
they're at the shore. Be like, here's your
Do you
boats back.
Tie them up.
Tie them up. You can see a guard at the camp tower. He waves it as you approach. Do you approach, or you just?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we approach.
We're looking for
Go
rewards.
in. I don't like them.
End your prejudice.
Can I do a perception check? Does everything look the same as we did last time? Nothing's out of the ordinary?
Everything's pretty much the same. Some more undead bodies being burned outside of the camp. They seem to be able to hold their own, at least for now.
Okay. And then so we find Niles after we do all this.
So wait, did we ever ask what killed them all? 'Cause I don't
Zom-
remember.
undead.
I thought
They,
there was like
undead
a
raided
monkey
Camp
fever or
Righteous
something.
and wiped out most of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Niles comes out and says, "Oh, welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you."
much happier this
Thanks.
time.
Bye.
So where's our rewards?
Niles, we have returned your boats.
Ah, Zeta, I'm glad to see you've joined these fine people.
We're fine now.
I thank you for
they're
your
all
service.
right. They're all right.
And he thanks you for your service, and then he turns to leave.
And we grab his shoulder and like, please.
Please, suck. Have some more.
Change.
The greatest
They
reward
give
is
you
helping.
more sick people.
The greatest
No,
reward is money.
It
Or
seems
magic
they need more
Or
economic
magic items.
rewards than
But I'm not gonna
items
push that hard.
He offers you a reward of 7 gold each.
I think you can do better. I can persuade you to do better.
Can you now? Why don't you try to persuade me? No, try to persuade me.
I mean, let's see. We risked our lives, which you know.
We're also on a very important mission
We
here.
kept all your boats. We didn't destroy a single one.
And I wanted to sell them, and they wouldn't let me.
So far, you've convinced me that half of your party is fairly decent people.
I told you they're all right. They're not great.
I'm happy.
Oh,
with
by the way,
myself.
we took out a red wizard.
You what?
We killed a red wizard.
He was on his
They
way
did
to save
steal a
us.
red wizard.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That is a good service, especially against the undead.
That would have been a 60.
You can have an extra 11 gold each.
So 18.
Oh, 18?
18 gold each.
I'm up for that.
Is that enough to level? No, I don't think that's enough to level.
I don't think gold levels us.
No, I don't think so.
Cathos is happy. So we get 19.8.
Shield Guardian thing?
Did we ask them if they had heard anything about that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hadn't heard of it.
Okay.
But he seems. Do you mention that you know where it is now?
Yeah.
So, oh, well, I hope it serves you well. Be aware that we have heard a word of goblins to the north of here.
Oh, right where we're going.
Are we going north?
Yeah, we're going straight
We're
north.
here. We're going to there.
Ah, okay.
Is there a way to make the goblins friendly?
No, they are savages.
Kill them.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty friendly. They don't bother themselves.
Yeah, so we leave.
The dead are
and
pretty troublesome.
I guess from here
Depends
we're
what kind of
walking.
dead, you're right.
So,
Inanimate
Sullivan,
dead.
since you rolled so well on your persuasion check that I didn't have you roll, you get to roll 2d6.
Are you gonna fail us?
Of course.
There's a little cock there.
Yeah.
3 total. God, you guys are roll higher. So boring.
That one. Of course, the second roll is always better.
But it's still not that good.
There we go. Gotta take that one.
Can we keep an 11 instead?
And they offer to keep your boats at the camp while you head up.
Okay, cool. Our boats will stay for 3 days.
Yeah, until there's more sick, and then they take them.
Great.
All right, I need a jungle map. Oh, this map doesn't have a grid. That's great.
I need to buy a warhorse.
Do it. I don't know.
If you buy a companion, make sure you play with Mike. Or have Mike DM.
Wait, a what?
So if you ever buy a companion, make sure you have Mike be your DM.
What?
That's all.
Go kill it.
Oh,
Oh,
why?
Because DMs like want to really kill stuff, and that's a target. That's
an
not a
easy target.
easy
play.
target.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
The number of times my familiar has been killed.
Facts.
Sad.
Like orcs shot it from the sky trying to eat it, and then they were sad because it just disappeared.
For
Killed it.
18 levels, my warlock only ever sent his ravens to basically go die. For 18 levels, that's a lot.
I thought you had an owl.
That was one of those. You know how long it's been since we played our tier 3? Four characters?
Long enough for me to forget I have fire resistance.
Facts.
Ain't gonna forget that shit again. It's so bad.
I always forget to rerolls 1s and 2s for a great weapon.
No, I remember that because that's like all I rolled.
That will do.
Ah, we get rewards for returning the boats.
You didn't see that.
Okay, I didn't see that.
It's a good thing to do. We are good people.
I'm loading. I got like a
Oh, you have a crown,
That's your facing.
Yeah.
so that you can't spin in circles.
Yes.
Fun.
Now you have a jetpack.
Oh god. Don't go off the camera.
Now you all have dunce caps.
There we go.
That's a serious one.
You can put yourself in your marching order, whatever that may be.
People will go first.
Last? Why am I at the front?
For
I thought the front is up.
That's right. These arrows are the way we're facing.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot that I wasn't the lizard.
Why would you think you're a wizard?
I don't know. I just it looks
He
like
did
it has
turn into a
thorns.
crocodile.
I don't know.
I'm a
Panic.
turtle.
I know you're a turtle. Turtles are basically wizards.
I like turtles.
So it's in the back.
Turtle makes me a wizard.
That's about your marching order there.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard now.
Okay, Harry.
God,
So
you're like the worst wizard.
I am. Like, I can see things. It's not right.
You cast Greatsword. Smack.
So Kathos, you were the only one who won't be surprised.
Oh God.
As
He sees it happen right in front of him.
Wait, why are you the only one not surprised?
I have a 16.
passive
Oh,
perception.
Specialist? Wow.
High wisdom. He's a druid.
I have 14.
It's probably a 15.
What's yours? 14.
As a number of creatures come leaping out of trees around you.
Oh, we're gonna get it. By the way, these are.
You can roll for initiative.
We start screaming. I'm surprised enough to only roll an 8.
As you see creatures similar to these.
Oh,
Aw, those.
Sullivan?
I love them.
15.
it's kind of weird
4.
Peepo?
to see one with
Damn, you're
teeth.
just going.
Yeah, I'm just losing motivation. Apparently.
16.
Teeny teeth.
Kathos?
8.
Look at those teeny teethies. Why are you zooming so far into the teethies? Why do you do this?
It's just something to do until she's ready.
Why you do this?
Why do you do this?
Why
Why?
you
Why do you do this?
I like them though. Are these, what are things, grungs? I like them.
Grung are perfect.
Oh good, because this grung leaps 25 feet in the air and 15 feet forward-ish, and lands right in front of you, Peepo. You're surprised to see it.
Oh,
Like,
he's
ooh,
adorable.
Adorable.
Well, you just want to squeeze it.
And he is going to attack you with a dagger. Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Take 6 damage.
Okay.
I think I still have rage on you for some reason.
I don't think I'm raging at this
Not
point.
But you're
Except
still
surprise.
but you're a bear, aren't you?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
You're a bear totem, aren't you?
Oh yeah, what does that mean?
3 damage.
You're,
Oh.
Yeah, you take half damage.
I don't know.
You really should remember at least that.
Nope, I don't.
Maybe we should move to paper sheet so you can see everything at the same time.
Clearly, I don't think I have it on here.
Or I can give you those really
It
small character
should have,
sheets that I
it
use
should
for
say
ripping
totem
up.
bear and something. It'll be one of the little dots.
I always hit enter
Barbarian.
between each feet thing
But make your
because
con save real fast.
Make your
You gotta do a con save.
Oh,
Yeah. Con
It's
save.
poison dagger.
15.
Alright, you don't take poison damage then.
Yay. So, does the bear totem just generally have
yeah.
everything that hits?
Except for psychic.
Except everything but psychic is half
Oh
damage.
wait, I do have that.
Yeah.
Resistance versus all but psychic.
Hit enter between each one, and that makes it easier to read, like in a hurry.
Maybe later, that's a lot of...
This Grung warrior is going to leap out of the tree and make a churring noise. Zeta, Kathos, and Sullivan all make wisdom saving throws.
You got one thing you're good at.
13.
2 things of that.
That's success.
Lied. 12.
That's a success.
Yes!
And Zeta?
1.
1?
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. You're stunned until the end of his next turn.
Is this a surprise round anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, his next turn.
Yeah.
Grung is going to leap out.
Kathos gets a turn, right?
It's almost Kathos' turn.
No, I just meant because Kathos.
Yes, Kathos will get a turn
You're right
Yay!
when it's
I
your
know.
turn.
No, I know I rolled
Yeah.
the 8. I'm
Yes.
going last except for Peepo.
Yes.
Well, people are surprised right now.
And the Grung is going to attack Zeta, who is currently stunned. Does a 18 hit? Zeta?
Yeah.
Make a con saving throw.
Plus 3. 12.
That is successful, so you just take 5 piercing damage.
Thank God he forgot you were stunned.
I rolled with advantage. Yeah. This guy is gonna hop out, land next to Sullivan.
Well, there's one for each of us, so when
And
we
there's-
die, we'll reincarnate.
Yeah, then when you all die in this encounter, you can come back as Grungs.
Yes.
Yay!
We
As-
just take over
as
their
these
bodies.
grunts, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They suddenly decide that their life of raiding is over and they should really do something about this death curse.
Dibs on the yellow one.
He rolled
No.
a 10 and missed.
He picked me. That's my turn.
Kathos,
I hope
it is
there
your
were other-
turn. You're the only one not caught flat-footed.
I hope there was another color too, wasn't there?
Going to Healing Spirit at Zeta on Zeta again, and then turn into an 8.
Keep.
DK. Donkey Kong.
Giant ape?
Just a normal 8.
I mean, normal apes are already pretty giant.
They're medium.
Have you ever seen an 8 with no hair? Oh my god, they're jacked.
What? That's weird.
You've never seen an 8 with no hair?
That's a person.
That's not the person.
I think
No. No. No.
Who said it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I know why I was going to take the
Facing the
I could
field
start this
bear.
for free once a day.
There was a.
There you go. There's your ape token.
Paladin?
As a seems like yes, that's the same one.
You're gonna eat
Throwing
the
leaves
frogs.
Really?
angrily.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gonna eat the frogs.
And what you doing as an ape?
That's my action.
All right.
And then he has the healing thing.
Healing orb.
Okay.
My tiny transparent.
That happens on their turn, right?
Yeah.
So it's Peepo's turn.
Aren't I surprised?
Well, isn't it at the top of the?
It's almost the top of the round, but it does still happen
Oh, okay.
on your turn, so you can roll your d6 for the healing there on Peepo.
Wait, I'm getting healed?
Yep.
I
No.
thought, no, Zeta.
gave
It's on Zeta.
Oh, you put on Zeta.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I'm okay.
Grung number 3 is going to attack
I assumed me.
Peepo.
Yeah.
14, miss. Now it's Zeta's turn. So now you take some healing from the healing spirit.
7.
So you'll continue to take healing once per round as long as you're standing in the same spot.
But I'm still stunned until the yellow.
Oh, you
one's
are
turn?
currently stunned.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then if you guys need healing, just run through it. Charge through Zeta.
Okay. Just shove her out of that square and hang out there.
Sullivan.
I could move it, but
Okay. No.
The bonus action to move it.
yes.
I'm at full health, so like, someone gets hit, feel free to move it.
You could attack the ape.
Move one square over.
No, I'm sorry. I can't see that. I can rotate it.
From the top one.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see. I think it's behind the ground. I think
Yeah.
it's the other way.
Here, I got it. Let's see.
I want to rotate it to the left, not to the right.
Yeah.
Just not hit the 8.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
That's fine. What you doing?
So I will ask myself to cast a Dragon Breath, and then they both need to make dex saves.
They're frogs, so I
What's your
wonder-
DC?
16.
Yeah, that's way wrong. Oh, there we go. 16, you say. Did your stats change at all?
Actually, it might be. Oh, sorry. It's 15.
15, okay.
It's I should have charisma 18 and then plus 3 proficiency.
They both fail.
Oh.
6 and a 14.
15 points of lightning damage.
Not poison damage?
No.
15.
Yep.
Grung 2 is dead.
Rude.
Alright. The Elite Warrior.
Gonna knock Kathos' concentration off.
Yeah, pretty much. He's going to roll a d6.
Does it recharge?
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. He is going to attack the ape. He's going to go ape. 13.
Hits.
For 4, and make a con save.
Failed.
So you can take the poison
Fired.
damage.
So you'll take another 4 poison damage as well.
Your con save for
18.
You're using the ape's constitution, by the way.
It's the same. 18.
Grung, number 1, is going to attack. Oh, and you're no longer stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is now going to attack you again with a dagger. 13, larg. 8.
I'm going to move.
You can find rocks if you want them.
But it's a ranged attack.
It is
now
a
I have
ranged attack.
disadvantage.
And it's the same thing as your fist. You're holding rocks and you just
Make it your poop, and that's even better.
No.
it would be squishy.
That would be like a
Poison damage.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Poison
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
Do I hit with a 10?
No.
And then, how injured are you? Not very.
By 3.
I'm gonna bring my little spirit and heal me.
The 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Nice. So I think you're at 1 now, right? 1 damage?
Yes.
Cool. Peepo.
Gonna try and cut him in half.
The one to the north?
Yeah, the one to the north. And I hit. Got like 21. And
Yeah, it's pretty much a hit.
15 damage.
Yeah, he beat it.
Yay! And my next attack, can I attack the other one?
Yes, you can.
Number 1.
Yeah. And 19 to hit,
Yep.
and 14 damage.
He's be dead too.
Now the only ones left is the one that was Cathos' responsibility, and he just sucks at hitting things.
I mean, to your credit, that's also the elite one.
By the way, you know the funny thing about your healing thing? You can't technically move it to you and heal yourself. You would have had to move it like 5 feet and then walk into it, because it's whenever you walk.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's when you
Walk in or start your turn.
when you start your turn.
Or walk into
Or
it.
walk into.
Right, so put it 5 feet and then just move up. There you go. And then it activates.
So actually, what you do is you it was on Zeta and you moved it down and you were like, this isn't working.
Exactly.
And then you
My
moved it
intelligence
north.
is 9.
Yeah, then you moved it north, and then you stepped in, and then you were like, oh, that's better.
Figured it out.
Then he moves back down. He
Oh,
likes to
and
be
then you moved back down. Luckily, due to the wording of it, you can't just
No, because it says first time, thankfully.
first time. It didn't say that before.
Oh.
Yeah, but like if you leave it here, then he could reduce and then move out, and then
Yeah. Zeta,
Move up to the elite warrior and attack.
down. Hey, look, you walked into the healing spirit.
Hey, you got
A
healed.
natural 20 to hit.
That hits. In most cases, it hits.
6 damage.
6?
Yeah.
Just 6?
unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. 20.
Unnatural 20.
You don't need to specify.
You gonna roll his healing?
As you're saying,
I thought he was at full.
Oh, he's at full.
Yeah, I'm at full.
Standing in my spirit for no reason.
I was gonna
No,
stand
that
like
didn't
in
get
front of
applied.
it, but not like
There we go.
in the spirit. Because I thought you were still standing in it.
Sullivan,
No, I moved.
fireball? Fire breath?
Yeah, most likely. I just want to see something. Question about fire breath with the twin spell. Because it takes an. Yeah, because
You
it takes
can
an
only
action.
twin spells that attack one creature.
Well, no, I don't want to twin that. If I were to twin one spell that did that,
Yes.
would I then still have an action to use the Dragon Breath command?
What type of action does the Dragon Breath use?
One action.
It's an action, not a bonus action?
Right. It's a bonus action to cast the spell only. To actually breathe the fire is a full action.
It's an yes. So you want to use your bonus action to twin a spell? Or you're twinning something that's...
No, it was just more of a question. I'm not gonna actually do both.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see it's actually a possible thing.
It's a concentration spell that you maintain, and then it takes an action. It's kind of like Witch Bolt kind of thing. Yeah, if it was like Spirit Weapon, let's say,
Yeah.
and it's a bonus action to hit on your turn,
Right.
you could twin a spell and then also use your bonus action. Like you could twin a Firebolt or something, and then use your let's not be in between the.
Oh, you're at full?
No, I'm at 50%, but you were at 60.
You can hit him alone. It's fine.
I'm good now.
Then deck save for 11 for 12 lightning.
Good. I appreciate it.
He rolled a 24.
You say so he takes so 6 lightning.
How much was it? 21.
No, he rolled. It
I
was
know. It'll auto.
Oh, sorry, it was a 12.
12. Yeah, it does the resistance for me. Or the half. He's hurt.
But he can still attack the 8.
He can, but first he's gonna roll a d6.
Then he's gonna scream.
He rolled another one.
Ah, good
He
job.
cannot make a mesmerizing chur.
Oh. Precious.
That's good to know. I just don't want to blow resources on this fight because we're not going to get a daily rest out like on the boats.
Yeah.
We aren't? Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think you're giving us a whole day
It's
to
an
travel.
18 on the 8th. 18 to hit.
Yeah,
Assume
that
that hits. Take 4 piercing damage and make a con save.
I failed.
Of course, you only failed those con saves. So that's another 3 damage. Poison damage.
Yeah, for your spell.
I saved.
Of course you
Fail
did.
the poison, save the spell.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Heroes.
8.
Try to attack again.
You have to move your spell out of Ziva to be able to use it for yourself because he didn't move.
Hopefully the freaking grung thing will die. 13?
The grun that hits.
Okay, so 13 and 21. 12, 13, 14.
Just roll a 14 on this d12 and then drag it out of his damage. All right.
That's it.
You're not going to move your heal thing and then step into it?
Nah.
Depot.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
I'm gonna come down and stab him. So I hit with like a 24 and
He'll allow that.
you think so?
Yeah.
And 12 damage. Does he die or do I need to hit him again?
He's dead.
You can hit him again, though, if you really
I
want.
can just turn him into mush.
Yeah.
You played with Galrib, you see what he does.
Yeah, but this is not Gelrim. This is a civilized turtle.
Yeah. Very
She makes
civilized.
jerky out of everything.
Because she's hungry.
Jerky is delicious.
We are not going
We
to
could
eat
have
the
frog
grung.
jerky.
I thought it was like a poisonous frog.
Yeah.
Oh, a very poison front.
Yeah, but that's when you get a license to be able to just to cut the poison off and make it safe to eat.
Yep. So the question
Time
is,
for licenses.
what are you doing to the grung bodies?
We gotta burn them.
Are we?
Let's leave them.
Just in general.
Put them in a jar. Dissect
Wait,
them.
I got something.
It's a good learning experience.
Oh, did you actually become a necromancer?
No.
I cast
No, it's only
dance
for
of-
7 days. So we can just destroy the grung. Otherwise, they can't become undead.
Just leave them.
No, we need to destroy them or they'll come back as undead.
Oh, that's the whole thing about this area.
What if... Oh, no, that's kind of rude.
What?
I was gonna suggest, like, dismembering them, but that's kind of horrible.
I just suggest
They turn into crawling claws.
We can just turn them on fire. Turn them on fire.
Turn them on fire.
Yeah.
You go into their settings, into their console code, and type "turn on fire."
I'll just produce flame a lot.
Do you have that?
I mean, I have Firebolt. We can just gather up some dried stuff and
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scattered about the forest.
Yeah.
get a bunch of dry stuff, make a candle.
Create a good little grung bonfire.
Okay, so you're gonna drag the grungs into a bonfire?
Yep.
Who's dragging the grungs?
Have we been burning stuff all this time? It's like, I didn't think.
One of you two.
On the river, we haven't.
Well, those are
I
already
don't want to touch the
undead.
poison.
Huh?
Those are already undead.
Yeah, but like, was it
I
like
think, like,
the
gloves.
red wizard guy?
Just
and,
use
like,
my-
he had guards.
Sword, just like. Yeah.
I mean, they're medium-sized creatures.
Are we gonna loot them first? Can we loot them first?
You can loot them. Would you like to loot them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's exactly what I was trying to
What I was
avoid.
avoiding.
I get to use Mage Hand.
13.
You succeed, but you think that the skin is very poisonous.
Yeah, I'm using Mage Hand to do stuff.
Yeah, there isn't anything else. I was just trying to get one of you to roll a con save.
But we burned
I
their
thought
bodies.
about
You
that.
burned
Like,
their
hey,
bodies.
they're covered in slime and poison.
Covered in poison.
You can, like, use pointy
Great chorus
objects.
music.
It is.
Just stab
I wanna
them
actually-
while they're dead.
In the move
Yeah,
order.
like, pointy objects to, like, loot their
You wanna
body
be in the
and
back,
stuff. And
Oops, I stabbed it again. This isn't disrespectful. We're just
not.
gonna burn it.
Stabbed it.
We want Celeste to be first, and I actually want to be third because I have Mark. That would prevent them from attacking our squishies.
I don't care.
Okay. You be
If you
second.
really want, I don't know how long my wild shape is. So.
There you go. Because you seem like you're fine with wild shape.
I mean, he's fine too. It doesn't matter if he gets attacked.
Thank
He
you.
just pops darkness and disappears.
I can Misty Step, I can Pop Darkness, I can Breathe Fire or any elements.
I can stab good.
I can do Shield.
You stab good?
I stab real good.
I stab good too.
Yay!
See, but the thing is, I was keeping me and
Stab
Jordan
real good.
together because if I ever truly wanted to, I can actually give him a decent attack instead of him using all his crappy attacks.
Hey, if I want to turn into an animal, let me turn into an animal.
Yeah, but you could be an animal and breathe fire or lightning.
I want to breathe fire.
Yeah.
I want to be a fire-breathing ape.
Because you could, even if with the druid, if you took the flame sword thing, popped it, and then transformed into an ape, you can actually use your flame sword as an ape.
I don't have a sword.
Flame sword materializes one.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. But
Alright,
I'm
cool,
concentrating
Bara.
on a heal spell.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I can twin the dragon breath and give like me and you both it. Since your character's kind of mad and stat heavy.
So as you're traveling northward for ways, you come to a wondrous sight.
Ooh, guys, this is wondrous.
A 120-foot radius sphere of winter weather.
Ooh.
All of the plants and surfaces within the sphere are covered in glittering ice and frost.
That's not normal. It's not normal, right?
You've heard of Santa Claus, this is what he does.
This is Santa. This is not what I imagined.
I think you're thinking of Jack Frost.
Is this close to the area that we're supposed to be going to?
No, it's a little ways away still.
And we go around.
I just pick up a rock and toss it on.
Toss it in, and by the time it hits the ground, it's covered in frost.
Yeah, I'm not stepping in that.
It's cold in there.
I mean,
Then
is it
I'm
like,
going to
does it look
sleep.
like it froze over or just it's covered?
It just seems to be a sphere of winter weather.
Shit, we don't
It's
have weather
like
clothing.
snowing inside.
So let's just walk around it.
Can we go around?
You still need to make a constitution.
Just
We
not
don't have
on
winter
turf.
Can we
clothing.
ask what's his face if he's ever heard of something like this?
No, I've never heard of something like this.
Ah,
Is that snow? I've never seen snow before.
it's awful, isn't it? It's so cold.
Why don't you go check it out?
Okay, I shove you in.
You pop your head in?
I don't.
You said you wanted to check it out. I can shove you in if you want.
That was me, not Zeta, saying that.
Hi.
Otherwise,
We could throw you in anyway.
or if it wasn't necrotic, yeah.
Okay, we can go around.
Okay, make your way around.
Necrotic damage. Because a lot of this
Wait, you
everyone
mouse.
roll,
Your mouse can scout out for us. Get a mouse.
Everyone roll a perception check.
I love being a halfling. Roll a 1 and roll a 20.
Peepo?
15.
15,
18,
18,
25.
25,
15.
15. You're all able to... Oh, actually, with disadvantage.
Yeah, 25.
12.
8.
So,
10.
Sullivan,
These eyes, man, they're good in darkness and in snow.
As you're making your way around this sphere, you notice eyes watching you in the brush.
From within or from without?
You see 6 pairs of eyes.
Oh shit, monkeys.
Tell them about us.
I just go like this though.
Tell us about them. You're like, guys, they're...
I take after the rogue in the party, I'll tell y'all shit.
That's rude. We don't even have a rogue.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
We did, a while ago.
I've never seen this rogue before.
Yeah, I think you're making it up.
I mean, the night we got attacked by plants.
I don't remember that happening either.
You catch
lost our Raven
From your
friend.
memory.
you
think I
catch
slept
sight
through
of
that.
one of them,
Actions or reactions.
and they look like this.
Those aren't...
Those are not monkeys.
we need to run. You need to tell us about that.
Oh,
You need to tell us about that.
yeah, guys. There's some Slytherin people around.
Parcel tongue.
Anybody speak parcel tongue?
I ready for an attack.
They are watching you.
I speak Infernal. Does that count?
How far away are they watching us from?
About 120 feet away.
I speak Aquid.
Do you point us? Do you point them out to us?
I'm just wondering if it's worth yeah, I tell the party and I wanted to make it known that I see them, but I don't know if that's
You're trying to be like subtle, like
No, I'm just being like, oh, hi guys, like, what are you doing up there? But I don't want to get close enough for them to fireball me or whatever, you know?
Yeah, we start to spread out a little bit. We know these are magical types.
Spreading out, ready to surround them.
Are they coming? Are they looking from the winter biome, or are they just in the
No,
forest?
they're the chunk loaded as winter biome for some reason in the middle of the jungle. That was a Minecraft reference. It's like raining in here and it's snowing in there.
You should be like,
But
so
are they-
did you guys do this?
But then then you see a little creeper come up behind them and. And then
Okay.
they're gone.
That would be awesome.
We get the EXP anyway.
Yeah, sure. No, there's 6 of them, and they're keeping their distance. They're just watching you. They don't say anything to your calls.
Even, okay. Alright.
So you guys didn't do this?
Keep walking. But I keep my eyes on them every...
they got my
So you're not going to engage them?
They're not responding to are you
Those two,
friendly?
like, yell out, just like
I'm gonna ask what's his face if he thinks it would be a good idea.
stay down
like-
or we will strike.
Like,
No,
does
see,
he
we're not
know what
saying
the snake
that.
people are doing?
Just like stay back, stay back.
No, but they are they are undoubtedly evil.
Well, yeah.
They are. I feel kind of obligated to kill them.
It's,
I've heard
are we
rumors
really-
that they were working for some of the undead.
How do you work for the undead?
We could keep one alive for answers.
I don't know, just fireball them.
Or
I whisper.
we could just keep on going.
Are they cluttered together?
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Are they cluttered
It's like the
together? Are they like close together?
You see them. They're hiding in some bushes and behind a tree, and they're spaced apart. They're not that stupid.
Subtly.
So
I know
yeah,
what you're
they're
saying,
far
but,
apart. Yeah.
Subtle spell.
Like how close together are they? Like, how many could we get if?
They're standing about 10 or 15 feet apart from each other.
They know the spacing rule.
Yeah.
do we have to take this battle?
Yeah, kind of.
Why?
Because they're evil people. The same reason we had to fight the Red Wizard.
I mean, what if this was like, what if these are like, I don't know.
There's no such thing as good snake people. Like, there's
come
no
on.
good
Stop being
Red
racist
Wizard.
against snake
So
people.
prejudiced. What about reptiles? All reptiles is bad to you?
No, this turtle is obviously good.
Sure.
It's good sometimes.
It really depends on how you spell it.
And you're supposed to be a lot
I
of
go.
good character.
I start turning as if I'm going to walk towards them. Do they?
They start to withdraw as you approach.
Do they seem real?
Do they seem real?
Yes, they seem quite real. Now that he's pointed out to them to you, you can see them. They're starting to back away.
We just want to talk.
Start to back away.
Do you guys know about the giant winter thing that way?
They don't respond. They just back away.
Do you guys know about the giant statue?
And they start to disappear into the underbrush.
Okay, cool.
Good job, you did it.
Hey, man.
You scared them off.
Not every
With
battle has to.
conversation.
So that night,
They might be going after. Yeah, I was just saying they might be going for
That
backup.
night we slept in shifts, right?
That night, Kathos isn't speak.
That
'cause that's how
night
you
we
get
found the
exhausted.
darkest corner ever, and I cast darkness as you guys slept,
for an hour.
which is probably my shift.
We sleep for more than an hour, 4 hours.
Okay.
I mean, if it's 2 hours, that's like a reasonable thing.
So the music has like a triangle solo.
It does.
Yeah, it's getting out.
It's a triangle of death.
This would be good for the winter biome. I don't know about this.
I mean, it's good for nighttime.
Somebody stuck their head in, and this is what they hear.
Ah, see, they're casting winter biome around us.
Oh no!
The next day goes without trouble. You think you might be able to reach reach Vorn by the end of today.
Dude, let's go! Hey,
But
let's
first-
go! Hey, let's go!
Just keep swimming.
You keep an eye for like anyone following us.
Yeah, we paid.
Like pay attention, close attention, active perception.
And my tablet turned off.
That's all.
I mean, at least Windows is not
Let's
updated.
see. Kathos,
Oh no.
Now who's afraid of fall?
you're second in line here.
Yeah.
You start to notice
Looking around.
it's very dense jungle and swamps around here as you're traveling through, but you think you can see some spider webs in some higher spots in the jungle.
You want to do like
Guys, the drow are here.
You could turn into a spider and get them on our side.
I don't think that's how spiders work.
I think that's exactly how spiders work.
Just set the spiders on fire.
They wouldn't listen to the spider. They'd just be like bowing down to it and just
Yeah.
like shitting
Just
themselves.
keep an active perception for webs and don't trigger any, don't touch any webs.
Fine. Do the not fun way.
Yeah,
But I pointed the spider webs out, so people know.
People really wants to cut them down.
People's not looking at you. You should probably call out to people.
Huh?
What?
You said
I
you're
heard.
pointing at them.
I said I heard, but people just
So
want to
now
cut them
that
down.
Kathos has pointed out the existence of the webs, Peepo, you barely almost stumble into some webs blocking your path.
Really, you just want to cut it and ruin something that's beautiful and perfect. But I won't.
It's very sticky.
Yeah, I did it.
You're gonna go around.
Yep. Like,
Okay.
hey, watch out.
Looks like this is
Very
going to slow your pace down considerably to make your way through the webs without.
You turn into a giant spider, and then we can just ride you, and you can just climb on the webs.
Giant spider is a large creature, so one person can ride on it.
Too. I'm gonna have to.
Then I get my mount.
Cast greater steed, find steed.
Can your steed not get caught in
You're
the
a
spider
cavalier.
webs?
I am a cavalier. Yes.
Doesn't mean you have to ride on something.
Doesn't mean
Can you
I
have
have
a
to.
There's a
spider
lot-
have your steed?
they have a lot of features that aren't specific to riding.
Yeah, that's specifically why I decided, like, oh, I could do cavalier.
I could be a giant wolf spider, which is a medium-sized creature.
That means only I could ride you.
Oh, they wolf people. Do you have blind sight?
So you make it to Vorn. It's a little later than you were hoping. Standing next to some rocks and ferns is an 8-foot-tall statue, humanoid in shape, with bronze fists, iron joints, and adamantine breastplate, and an iron helm with slits for eyes. The rest of the statue is made of sculpted wood, reinforced with bands and rivets of adamantine. Scattered around its feet are offerings of food, feathers, colored stones, and skulls.
Ah, do we see anything useful?
Do not steal from
I mean,
the
colored
altar.
stones are totally useful.
No.
It's
No.
an altar to.
Those are offerings.
Yeah.
You do not fuck with offerings.
I agree. It'd probably bite us in the ass.
The
Besides,
guardian
that is just
thing
wrong.
doesn't
That
care.
is just wrong.
And it essentially looks like this.
Yeah, the shield guardian doesn't care.
It's pretty.
They are really cool.
Shield Guardian don't care.
I like it.
Kathos is still looking to loot. There's nothing to loot but stones.
Okay.
Can we like?
Found the shield guardian.
By the way, I'm pretty sure this is music from Starbound. I think it's the same composer.
We show him his old master's book. I don't know.
Knock on him.
Huh?
Knock on him.
Knock on wood.
No response. It's a clang, clang, clang.
Climb on him.
You know that you need the control amulet.
Can we try to see if the control amulet's on him somewhere, like inside?
Roll up investigation.
I have positive for investigation.
I don't.
You gonna roll it?
Are you gonna guide me or no?
Oh yeah, I can guidance you. No, I'm rolling your guidance. You don't get 2. You get 3.
So 13.
You find nothing.
There's a lot of different types of offerings here, more than you might expect from even like goblins.
Could I do an Arcana just to make sure,
Goblin god.
the Goblin's worship of this shield guardian? Arcana to see if anything's like, I guess, mad.
You're able to recognize this as a shield guardian easily.
We have in the book, wasn't there a picture of the actual control amulet too?
Yeah, there was. You look
Yeah.
around, you aren't already able to find it.
Okay. So the goblins probably have it.
If the goblins have it, they'd probably use it if they could figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not completely stupid.
Maybe in their like stash that they never know.
True. And
Is there anything around the area? It's just as that.
Roll a survival.
Should have kept it quiet.
10.
Can I do survival?
You find footprints in the dirt, evidence of nomadic tribes of goblins, grungs, and vegapygmies.
Let's follow them.
Can we ask the Vegapygmy in our party about it? If he knows like anything about
You look around, and no, he doesn't know anything about it. He confers that to Koyothe and to Kawasha, sorry, and he says no, he's not familiar with it. He hasn't been in a tribe in a long time.
Okay. That's cool.
You do notice as well that the vines and creepers that would otherwise have swollen the construct seem to have been trimmed back.
Like recently?
Yes, looks like it's fairly regular.
Do we
Are
want
they
Like
still
this
warm?
area has been like groomed.
Do we want to stake out?
We could do that.
We got a ding.
We got a ding.
We got a
You
ding.
open up Streamlabs.
Hi, ding.
We could set up a stakeout. I don't know how regularly they come.
We can send a beyond here, just look through the bushes at people.
And the monkeys go silent.
And they sneak up
Oh,
on us.
Spock. I know who that is. Thanks for the follow.
Live long and prosper.
Stake out.
That is if this is who I think it is, but it might not be.
So stake out where we go and find them.
Yes, they
Is
sounds
there a
good.
particular set of footprints that
That's-
look more worn?
That's weird. Spock is currently live and playing Overwatch. Thanks for the follow.
Hey, maybe it's that delayed.
You did before.
Could just be slow.
Yeah, it was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, he actually just went live. 30 minutes ago. Whatever. Thanks for the follow, Spock. You're not who I thought you were, but that's okay. Thanks anyway.
All our appreciation.
So we want to do a stakeout apparently.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Because it's better for them to be surprised when we come out than us meeting them on their turf.
Yeah, but then we won't know where they came from.
Yeah, but then they get lair actions.
Oh no, the goblins lair actions.
What are we gonna do?
They boil us in stew.
That's okay, that's a fine way to go.
Is it?
No.
Not
I mean, it is for the turtle.
Ah, no. No turtle soup.
Yes, turtle soup.
No.
Always turtle soup.
No.
Yeah, turtle
Never
soup.
actually had turtle soup.
I don't even know why you would make turtle soup. There's like so little meat. Like, why would you do that? It's
Do you
only-
have a built-in bowl?
So you stake out Vorn. It's now you got there late at night, so you basically spent the night. Where are you setting up your camp?
Probably in the bushes, maybe.
A little ways away.
Yeah.
At least where we have a line of sight, like maybe 120 feet away.
Or super stealthy.
There's always someone on watch.
Yep. The next morning, as you're making breaking camp, you see a. Let's see. A group of Batiri, which you know is what the regional goblins here are known as. They have painted wooden masks, and you see a group of them. There's 9 of the goblins making their way quietly with various offerings of food and colored stones and skulls.
Oh, they're bringing.
So we should probably surround them. Jump them.
Does anybody speak Goblin?
So we can't interrogate them, which would probably be a
Hey, we
useful thing.
could.
Without speaking their language.
Maybe one of them speaks common.
Schultz? Somebody might speak Schultz.
I speak
Sure.
Schultz.
Chulton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would they speak that? Maybe?
You see them, they're sort of huddled around Vorn, and they're carefully placing down the offerings and then saying words that you can't understand.
They're not speaking Schultz?
Not at the moment, no.
So we spread out a little bit, make a ring. Before they pop out, I step forward.
Okay. One of the goblins notices you as you step forward and starts for a second, and then just sort of nods at you and goes back to look at Vorn.
I keep going closer just to see how close they let me get.
There's
Are we
one of
waiting
the
on the
goblins
signal or
is supplicating. He's worshiping. They're worshiping the
Step
statue.
forward out of the bushes with my sword over my shoulder.
That's
like
more
ready.
aggressive.
I mean,
Not,
you
not
were
really
pretty
aggressive.
I mean, that's just how you hold it. passive
Again,
holding.
some of them are surprised to see more humanoid creatures in the area, but they don't seem to pay you much mind.
I put
I wanna-
8 silver down.
I want to grab some
Because we got
random.
19.8.
wanna
So
grab
just
some
make it a
random
flat
flowers.
19.
I want to grab random flowers and pretend like it's an offering.
Okay, they seem happy that you're paying respect to their.
I'll say something in Chult.
Ask who this is.
Hey guys,
In short, greeting.
in Schultz.
fellow
Greetings,
creatures.
my fellow worshippers.
And they, one of them says, "Thank you for showing respect."
Of course.
You have come to the statue too.
Yes. We're looking for the amulet.
We're adventurers.
You don't mention the amulet.
Yeah,
Never.
don't mention
Don't mention
anything about the
anything.
amulet.
You're interested in the lore of the statue, though.
Yeah, we want to know more about the
Yes.
statue.
Can you tell us more about the Shield Guardian statue?
Don't mention what it is.
Oh, yeah, the statue. Can you tell us more about this?
It wasn't there, and then one day it was.
Wow, that's amazing.
How recently was it there?
Long time.
Before you were born?
No.
How old are you? Years?
How old do goblins live?
I have no idea. I'm using the turtle.
Yes, I'm being a very
Oh, you know what? It
translator.
probably says it in Velos. Because they're a player race now. I'll pull up Velos here.
Oh, they are a playable race, yeah.
Do you guys do common by any chance? Or is it just Schultz?
I do Schultz.
I think it's all.
No, I'm literally asking.
He says, I am 16, and he looks very proud and wise about it.
Aww.
That's a long time in Goblin.
They live to about 16.
But yeah, I say common to you.
They're considered adult at 8.
Aww.
Yeah, so
So
most of
maybe
your
all
adults.
those children that Theron killed weren't actually.
No, they were like 2 and
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, they were like newborns.
Yeah. They were days.
They were tiny and cute, and you murdered them all.
Yeah.
Not you, different last season.
Yeah.
Early, like episode 2 or 3. I think.
I actually understand me in common.
Sure, we'll go with that. They understand.
I mean, I can just translate
They're
too.
not as good at common as they are with Cholton or in Goblin.
Okay.
Just translate.
So it's,
Yeah.
it hasn't been here as long as you've been here.
So instead of the hat.
Who discovered it? Did you find it?
Or if you want to go from the other. So the no, it's just a bridge. You're in a gorge.
No, we're in a gorge. It's just a bridge.
No. Queen Grabstab. She found it.
Where is your queen?
Can we speak to her?
In Yeliark.
No, wait, it's a bridge. Yeah, just a bridge.
Not far.
Can we go?
What
Can we speak with
direction?
her?
North? East?
Why you come to Yeliark?
100 feet up.
We want to ask more about the statue.
We are scholars, you see.
Scholars of random statues.
This area is safer for tribes. Yeliark, not safer.
It's just considered a holy ground, so you don't do battle.
Yes. Many tribes come here. Goblin, Drung,
Does
those. He points at the pickle.
Pickle?
Yeah.
Does your queen ever come here, or does she send you to do?
Not
Delver?
since she found the.
Yeah, you're able to.
We go anyway.
Not since he found the medallion.
Oh.
I take out the
Okay.
book. This is why we came here. See, this book didn't exist, but then one day it was just here. And then I open up to the picture of the statue, and then of the control, and I'm like, this.
You should be really happy that we aren't in Galarian and Pathfinder, because there is nothing worse you can possibly do with a Paizo Goblin than show it pictures. They think pictures are the devil.
Sullivan doesn't know this.
Also, I absolutely love the art style of the Paizo Goblins. I'll show you a picture afterwards.
I just like the idea of like you
Yeah,
opening the book and showing it to
they
the
are
goblins,
illiterate
and they're just like,
and they abhor illiteracy.
Character's about to learn this.
You don't
No, not
read
in this.
pictures.
Not in this.
I mean, they don't write, and
Pathfinder.
making pictures, especially of goblins, is like the worst offense known to them.
and suddenly I want to make a goblin artist character.
Just hated by his own kind.
That's why he got like exiled.
So is this her necklace?
Yes.
We need to ask her about that.
Would you
Is
take us
there
to
a way
her?
for us to get safely to the city,
City?
the village, whatever you live in?
Yeliark.
Yeah,
Gilliard,
that
yeah.
one.
You come bring offering to Grabstab?
What is your queen like? Chinese?
We have gold.
I wasn't
They
gonna go
have
that
gold.
high. I was going to go with silver, but have fun with that.
I only have gold.
What do I have?
Chinese?
Chinese.
Shinies. Shinies. Very shiny.
Shiny Chinese.
Very shiny shinies.
I show them like the holy symbol that I have. Like,
What is it, a holy symbol of?
I don't know, a unicorn?
Is it
Does that
edible?
turn undead and now?
No.
Oh. What is it made out of?
Shinies?
What about weapons? Do you guys like
Shiny Chinese.
What about weapons? Could you goblins use more weapons?
What weapons do you have?
I pulled out 2 daggers.
I got daggers.
Great sword.
I have
How will we carry that?
It would be
Just like,
really cute to
What
watch.
is that? What is that? A tent pole?
Basically.
She did not think about this. Just like, she's not. She's actually not used to being the small one, the tall one in the group.
I took out a gem. It's the one sorcerer start with.
Oh, a gem? Oh, shiny.
Would she like this?
Huh.
What do you think she'd be willing to trade?
Oh, amulet, very shiny.
Yeah, but this is also special. I cast darkness on it. And I drop it immediately. It's a snap.
Darkness.
Darkness is awful, isn't it?
Do it again. Okay.
But
Make it go away.
they go. It can only happen one more time though. 3 times a day, unfortunately.
3 times?
3 times.
Do it again.
Well, no, I have to show your queen.
It take more than one day to go to Yeliark.
I do it.
Oh, and there's.
Oh, actually, no. What? I
All
don't
of the
do
goblins at this point are all just like. Oh.
No, I don't do it. I let
They have
them hold
stars
it.
in their eyes.
Okay, now this is how you do it. And I cast it on it.
Oh, and then all of the other goblins are all like, oh.
Now you have to make the same exact movement to undo it.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, the ones I've rolled.
And you hear a snap.
And I drop it. Oh, I can see, remember.
Oh yeah, you can't see.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have +7
They're so
athletics.
adorable.
So,
He holds aloft the gem, and all of the other goblins really.
and I take it back.
Oh, he was presenting it to the other ones, but
Yeah, I know. As soon as he did that, I reached over him and like, not until we get to your queen, my friend.
okay. We take you to Yalia.
That's been all my sorcery points.
But you know it was worth it.
Yep. We'll just add these in here. 725 XP each. I don't think we had any gold.
We got 18.
Yeah, we got.
Oh yeah, 18 each. That's right.
Well,
And that it is 9 o'clock. So thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Murderhobos Anonymous. We stream live every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Where am I going? That one. And